Welcome aboard the Bitcoin Express. My name is Chase. Let's get to it. To be successful in any subject, it's obvious that one needs to study. They need to have a deep understanding. In today's video, I'm going to tell you how a person can become an expert and know more than 95% of the population when it comes to cryptocurrency using the three-book rule. And before we get to the three-book rule, I want to quickly go into what's going on right now in cryptocurrency and blockchain when it comes to education. So right now, we just in December, the end of December 2019, University of California at Santa Barbara just finished its first accredited blockchain course. So the course, which was taught as a computer science class through the College of Creative Studies, was formed in response to requests from the Blockchain Acceleration Foundation, a nonprofit organization composed of students, professors, blockchain advocates, and interested individuals who want to facilitate the mass adoption of blockchain technology. So as you can see, we're no longer talking about people studying really on their own or reading up on their own. Actual universities are offering courses on blockchain and cryptocurrency. And UCSB is not the only university. According to the second annual Coinbase report on higher education, released on August 28, 2019, 56% of the world's top 50 universities now offer at least one course on crypto or blockchain, which is up from 42% in 2018. Now, if you don't believe me, I'll show you some of these universities. So these are universities that are offering blockchain courses. So on the list, we have Cornell University, Duke University, Georgetown University, MIT, NYU, Princeton University, RMIT University in Australia, Stanford University, University of California at Berkeley, University of Illinois. So very prominent schools are offering cryptocurrency courses. And this is not too shocking. When you go to university and college, you have the option of learning many things, and a lot of colleges teach new technologies. So this isn't so surprising. But where it is a little shocking is when we see stories like this. In France, French high school students will learn about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So in June of 2019, the French Ministry of National Education amended its study plan to incorporate the world's largest cryptocurrency. French educators are expected to teach an introductory course that will assist students in understanding the impact Bitcoin has on the French and global economies. And to me, this reminded me of something I've always been thinking and I've always been asking. Why is it that most schools, especially in America, why don't they teach anything really about money and finances? I'm not talking about anything complex, just basic things. Why don't they even have an introductory class on taxes? And it's really something I can't figure out. I ask a lot of people, do you remember growing up, going to middle school and high school, did you have any classes that dealt with any basic finance, economics? And most people say no. If you are somebody that did learn about finance and maybe money in high school, let me know in the comments down below, and I want to know where you live, what area or what part of the world or in America. So this is in France, right? And then even in America, it's not, of course, like I said, it's not common to learn anything about finance or economics. I was very surprised to see this article. This article is titled Cryptocurrency 101 in the South Bronx. So it mentions that a teacher, his name is Carlos Acevedo, in the South Bronx, recently invited a group of his former students back for a 2-day course in cryptocurrencies. He planned to cover decentralization, blockchain, peer-to-peer networks, and fiat currencies. Each student would then get $5 in a form of crypto money called Zcash, which is a privacy coin, to spend. And after these 2 days, he said, you're going to be the 1%. He told the 25 young people who had gathered at the South Bronx Business Lab, you're going to know more about cryptocurrency and blockchain than 99% of people out there. You have the opportunity to get in on the industry right now. So while this wasn't any official class or course, it's a teacher who on his own, I guess he had permission from the public high school to have a 2-day course on it. And the most interesting part about this is the end, when he says, you're going to know more about cryptocurrency than 99% of the world or of people out there. And at this moment in time, that is very easy. It's very relative. Not many people are in this space. So just taking the time, maybe spend a weekend inside instead of going out, meeting your friends, learn about cryptocurrency. This is really giving a person an advantage for the future of finance and the future of money. And we're seeing it in other places of the world as well. So Rwanda, they will be getting blockchain training school next year, and that would be in 2020. Africa Blockchain Institute has announced it will begin operations in Rwanda in 2020, making it the first blockchain school in the country. So of course, we think blockchain and cryptocurrency, we think about money. But what they see over here in Rwanda, they see even more to it. Not only are they going to teach about the money part, they're also going to teach about blockchain for lawyers, because blockchain involves, smart contracts and legal contracts, allowing mutually distrusting parties to transact and even cooperate with one another across a wide variety of trust models. So they really see the advantage and the benefits of blockchain and cryptocurrency. So we see not only is the education going on now of people just, reading a little article here or there, actual institutions, and we're also seeing high schools are teaching about cryptocurrency and blockchain. Now back to the 3-book rule. So this rule says that when a person reads one book on a subject, they gain a lot of insight into an industry. When they read 2 books in that industry, they know more than 50% or 60%. But when they read 3 books on a subject, they start to know more than maybe 90 to 95% of the population. Now, when you talk about the 3-book rule, it's very important to note it can't just be any 3 books. It needs to be essentially the top 3 books in that category, or maybe the top 3 or best-selling books in that category. So when it comes to cryptocurrency, the 3-book rule might even be easier. You can probably even read one good book, maybe the best book on cryptocurrency, and you might already, after that, because the industry is so small and there's not many people in it, you might at that time already know more than 50 or 60% of people, maybe even more. And I don't want you to believe me. I want you to see for yourself. And I'm going to show you 3 books that you can read, and you can experiment. And then you could come back to this video and you can let me know, is it true? Did it work? So even, like I said, with cryptocurrency, because it's so small, even one book can really let you know more than it maybe even be 90% of people in this space. And that first book would be this, The Bitcoin Standard. So of course, Bitcoin is in the title, but what's very surprising when you read this book is that the first half has no mention of Bitcoin. It actually talks about central banking, the history of money, and economics and governments. And that's something you'll start to notice if you do take the time to study cryptocurrency and blockchain. You're not just going to learn about cryptocurrency. You're gonna learn about governments. You're gonna learn about finance. You're gonna learn about economics. You're gonna learn about history. So this is the #1 book I would definitely recommend, and it might be the #1 book if you search all around Google looking for the top books to read. This one will probably be on all the lists. Then moving on to #2 for a book you can read, part of this 3-book rule to know more than 95% of the population when it comes to cryptocurrency is Blockchain Basics. So this is a great book because it's non-technical. These books that I'm giving you, you can actually pick them up and understand them without even, if you woke up today and you never heard of the word Bitcoin or the word cryptocurrency, you can pick up both of these books and you'll understand everything going on. And then after you finish them, you're going to be very shocked and to see how much you actually now understand about the space. Now, the 3rd book on my list of the 3-book rule is Crypto Assets. This is also a book that talks a lot about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and different uses of blockchain technology, whether it's in the music industry or digital IDs or real estate. So these are the 3 books I chose. But of course, the 3-book rule, it could be applied maybe to some other books that I didn't mention. These are just my favorite 3 books, but there might be other 3 books out there that are better for you to read. So these books will put you ahead of 95% of the population. And like I said, because the cryptocurrency is so small right now, I'm pretty confident that this really will push you to the top. Now, if you want to reach guaranteed, guaranteed 95%, maybe 99%, this is a book you might want to read. And this one is not easy. This is not a book you can just pick up with no prior knowledge. You do have to have some understanding. This is a little technical. This book is called Mastering Bitcoin, written by Andreas Antonopoulos, who's a very prominent figure in the cryptocurrency space. So if you can pick up these 3 books, or maybe not these 3 books, like I said, other 3 books that are popular, that offer a lot of value and knowledge, you will know more than 95% of the population. So, like I said, be practical about it. It doesn't take long to read these books or even read one of them. You have a weekend, you like to go out, you like to party, you like to drink, you like to go to the movies. Just take one weekend, and each of these books you can probably finish if you really sit down and take the time. You could probably finish each of these books in one weekend. So the Bitcoin Standard, Blockchain Basics, and Crypto Assets. And I hope that you found value in today's video. And you know what? I hope you don't believe this 3-book rule. I hope you think that I'm lying to you and I'm making this up. I want you to test it out yourself. Go get one of these books, test it out yourself, and then come back to me and tell me how it worked out. And if you like this video and want to hear videos and content similar to it, subscribe to my channel so that every day when I make a new video, you will get a notification. I want to thank you so much for listening, and hopefully I'll see you again. And I say hopefully because you never know when channels, especially YouTube channels talking about cryptocurrency, you don't know if you'll wake up one day and your channel will have a strike or you might be banned. So when I say I hope to see you again, I really, really do. Have a good night. See you next time.